Hi, I'm Linda MacPhee, and welcome to my workshop. We've got some fun things going on in the workshop today. I'll take you on a tour to a house. It's Linda Bodo's house, and she has done a magnificent job of decorating it, so I know that you'll enjoy that. And then I want to show you some quick and easy things. Maybe you've never tackled a garment before, and if you haven't, this is the show you want to be watching because I like things that are quick and easy, and that's what we're going to do. And joining me is Tammy O'Connell. It's great to have you, Tammy.
Thank you, Linda.
So you've come to us all the way from Wisconsin, and have you ever been to Canada before?
No, this is a beautiful country.
Okay, well, glad to have you here. Do you ever do anything quick and easy, or do you do things more complicated?
Well, complicated, but I sure like to take a break and do something easy.
Yeah, isn't it a good mix? Because you do need to do some of both, but quick and easy is so good, and you know, you just can't go wrong.
You feel so productive.
Yes. So really, have a look at this. Shoulder seam, underarm seam, shoulder seam, underarm seam, tie it, and we're talking done. I mean, we didn't even finish these edges because there's really no need to finish them because it's just kind of light and fluffy and it's not going to go anywhere. So that is the simplest thing.
Beautiful.
I also do hoodies. I seem to wear this and the hoodie most of the time because it's just got pockets and it's just a simple little thing with a hood and it's just a happy little jacket. So I wear that so much too.
So
but
nice.
I got some more. So let's have a look. This I must show you started out with this fabric. The fabric actually came like that. Can you imagine? It's just too much fun. So I thought, let's just put it into a garment. And this is, again, the hoodie. So I put some down the front, in the sides, a collar, but you could have a hood. And I've got a hood on mine, so you could have the hood or the collar, whichever way. I mean, that's the joy of sewing, don't you think? You decide, and you don't even have to decide before you start.
And it's so creative.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's different. Okay, that looks great. Thank you. And here we go with another one. And the other one is the real hoodie, because it does have a hood. But I can never leave fabric alone. I have to do something to it. So we stitched all these little pieces onto sections of this jacket. And so if you notice on the back, we've just put on the back, but not on the underarm and not in this section. So it's kind of fun to create fabric. And, of course, then you might as well have pants to match if you've got some fabric anyway. So, yeah, it just makes it so simple.
It looks so designer, too.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's one of a kind. And that's really, to me, the whole reason why I sew all the time is make that one of a kind. Okay, do we have some more?
Yes.
Okay. Here was what I'm talking about, the little tie top. And this is, again, this fabric called Beggar. It comes like that. It's 2 layers, and it's just kind of interesting. And, of course, there's no hem here, no hem here. We did this skirt earlier. It's a sassy skirt, and I think it's rather sassy looking. No hem. I mean, this is instant. Make it probably that whole thing you could make in an hour. I mean, it's quick.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I think the people who have never tried this before should do something like that and feel good.
And she looks so great.
It looks great. Super, super. Okay. Have we got another one coming? So you'll see the same tie top. We just made it double this time, which is kind of neat.
Beautiful.
But do you see all these holes? We actually made the fabric.
Really?
Yes, because I was so jealous of that other one. So it's kind of nice to coordinate. Here's the same fabric used in the skirt. And, you know, that way you can get a whole outfit, but you can get a different look. Speaking of different looks, let's just take this off because I actually couldn't resist making it reversible. So here is, and the reversible just kind of was a bonus. It just kind of happened because we put a fabric behind. And here's what it looks like on the other side, which is kind of neat. And then that can flip down like this. And then we can tie it up again. And it's just got quite a different look this time. So I love it when you can make clothes that, you know, reverse and do different things.
2 different looks.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, maybe we should take that one because we're going to show you what it looks like. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So what I did with that, Tammy, you might be interested because, you see, this is the one that came like that, and I thought, can't we reproduce that? How am I going to get holes? And I thought, well, we could do it chemically, but that's kind of harsh.
Kind of messy.
So why don't I just take my old scissors? And so here's what I did. I took my scissors, I made a little fold, and then I just cut holes. And actually, I was doing this at the hairdresser's the other day, and they thought I had really lost my mind because I was just cutting any kind of holes, just cut holes.
Really easy.
Yeah. So then I said, okay, well, let's put something behind those holes. So here's a piece of mesh. It could be a piece of mesh. It could be a piece of polka dot. It could be anything. Put that behind the holes, and then just stitch all over the place. And then cut out your garment, and then you've got a piece of fabric that looks like this. So I put polka dot on this one. But you know what really excited me on this is that I kept all my polka dots. And I thought, hey, have we got a T-shirt to match? Look at this. I could put that all over the T-shirt and then stitch all over that. I mean, it just goes on and on.
It does. Wonderful idea.
So, yeah, the hoodie, you can make out of whatever you want, but this tie top, you just need to make a whole bunch of them, and they're so fast. So that's sort of my quick and easy one for today. So, you going to do one?
Absolutely. I think that's going to catch on really fast.
Okay, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Don't you go away, because we got more good stuff coming up.
Of our show, stay at Travel Lodge. Nice rooms, great people. Models provided by Chan International. #1 in personal development training, modeling, and acting.
If you can dream it, you can make it. And I love how so many of you do just exactly that. I do love getting your letters and your emails and your pictures. If you have questions, jokes, or funny stories, tips or tricks, or even just little comments about the show, I'd love to hear from you. Now, if you'd like to contact us, get a pen and paper ready for the end of the show, and you'll see the address and website, which has guest and project information. Get inspired from the show. Dig out your needles and threads, your fabric and scissors. Get creative. And don't forget to tell us about it. You know, I use this machine so much, and I really don't think I give it the respect that it needs and the proper love and care that it should get. So I've invited the Magic Machine Maintenance Man. Brad, it's great to have you.
How are you, Linda?
Great
nice to see you.
And really, I think so often women must come to you and say, this thing doesn't work. And, of course, they just haven't treated it right. Is that probably right?
Well, they haven't treated it right, and they haven't followed the instructions that normally come with the machine, with the instruction manual.
You're supposed to read those books.
You're supposed to read those books, yes. And
okay.
It's very difficult to tell them to read the instruction manual to solve those problems. So
sure.
We do it very subtly.
So tell me, what is the most common thing that people come to you with?
Linda, the most common problem that we have coming across the service counter is thread bunching up underneath the fabric. Mm-hmm. And that is caused primarily by the threading of the machine. It's threaded improperly. It's threaded with the presser foot down. It should be threaded with the presser foot up at all times.
That makes that much difference?
Makes a huge amount of difference.
Wow, I should know that, because when you put the presser foot up, you know that the threads come out a lot more easily.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's the same principle.
And the same with putting in the bobbin. When you put the bobbin into the machine, put it in as per the instruction manual, so that it feeds out properly and has the proper tension on it.
Okay, can you just show us that then? That might be a good idea.
On this particular machine, it shows you a diagram of where the thread goes, how the thread goes in, and make sure it goes in properly.
So
Otherwise,
we don't worry about clockwise or counterclockwise on the thread or anything?
As long as you follow the instruction manual.
Okay. And you're putting that against the flow?
Against the flow of the tension spring that's on there.
How about threading my bobbin? Is that an issue?
Yes, I notice you have one sitting here that has a lot of little tails on it.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. It could have been me.
These little tails get caught inside there, and the space is very, very small, and the bobbin tends to drag.
So
that will affect your tension.
Don't put a bunch of threads on one bobbin.
No.
Yeah.
Bobbins aren't expensive.
No, get a bunch of them.
That's right.
Different
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
To keep the machine clean, take the needle plate off, take the presser foot off, check the needle plate, make sure it doesn't have any little needle marks on it.
Oh, yes.
File them down nice and smooth.
Sure.
You can use a nail file if you wish.
Sure.
And just take your brush.
And
this machine has lots of little lint inside there that you want to take out.
Yeah.
Because that does affect what it does. It soaks up the oil in the machine.
How often do you say I should do this?
Every time you finish a project, clean your machine out.
Oh, oops.
It's that simple.
That hurts.
It's that simple.
Okay.
And then oil in the appropriate areas. In this particular case, right in the center of this, where it looks like there's lint in there, but it's actually an oil wick.
Okay. So that'll take care of that part. Is there any
and clean out the feed dogs. In between the feed dogs, the lint tends to gather up in here, and it ends up just like felt. It doesn't allow the feed dogs to come up, and it won't feed the material properly.
Of course. That makes sense. This makes all good sense.
And very quickly, we'll just take this cover off. And inside here, the needle bar, where the needle bar goes up and down, you get lint collecting on the needle bars, you can see here.
Yeah.
And just oil up inside here.
And brush that out too.
And brush that out too.
Okay, so we don't
keep
want
everything
to use this canned air business.
No canned air because it blows all the lint right back inside the machine.
It makes it worse.
Well,
It clogs up everything then. Okay.
It takes up all the oil that's inside the machine.
Yeah. Okay. So vacuum is the way to go, and brush
And oil
and oil.
after every project.
Really?
And keep your needle fresh.
I
And use a
heard them
good
tell
quality
me this so
thread.
often. Okay. New needle for everything?
Pretty much. Depending on the fabric you're using, you should use a new needle for everything.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll know the rules. I don't have to do the rules, but I have to know the rules.
Good quality thread makes
Yes.
a huge difference.
Well, that's true. Something that doesn't have a whole bunch of lint on it, because isn't that what happens?
Little lint balls on it? Yes.
Yeah, and then that gets caught in your needle, and then stuff happens.
Well, it has to go through the tension assembly, and they're really squeezing together.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, so tell me about the serger then.
On the serger, they tend to have a lot more lint in them than the sewing machines because of the cutting action.
Sure.
And you can see from here, there's a huge amount of lint in there.
Yeah. This is brand new, too. We've just got the machine, so yeah.
So you didn't clean it after every project, I suspect.
No, but I will.
Take the needle plate off. Again, check to see if there's any damage on there.
Okay.
Take the presser foot off. This particular one clips off.
Okay. This is not going to be like a jigsaw. I don't know how to put it
No,
back together.
very, very simple.
Okay.
And again, clean out inside the feed dogs because it has a tendency, the lint has a tendency to gather
with
up
the
inside
serger,
there.
you'll just have lots. I mean, that's
And
really...
you can see from here, there's lots of lint in this machine.
Ooh, yes.
Generated by the cutting action of the machine. Mm-hmm. So that all has to be cleaned out.
Okay, and I've only been using this, say, about a month, so I haven't been very good.
Well, you haven't been cleaning it after every project, have you?
No, and that's what the deal is. Yeah. Okay, so I get all that. Couldn't I just blow it all out?
You can't use canned air on these machines. You have to use the vacuum cleaner or you have to use the brush to take it out properly. Otherwise, it goes back into the machine.
Yeah, okay, all right, okay, I got it.
As with the sewing machine, Linda, the threading of the machine is very, very important. You have to thread the machine with the presser foot up because same principle, it opens up the tension assemblies.
Sure.
There's threading instructions on the front of the machine. Thread it properly in the proper sequence.
Okay.
And the machine.
You're going to tell me I can still cut these threads and tie the new ones on?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
yes, you
good,
can.
good.
That's probably the easiest way of rethreading the machine to put on a different color.
Sure.
Just cut it and pull them through.
Okay. And so anything else that I need to know? As long as I keep it clean?
Keep the blade sharp, keep the machine clean, and the machine will last you a
This
lifetime.
blade, can I sharpen that myself, or is it possible?
No, I don't recommend you do that. You have it done professionally.
Yeah, that's probably the best. And you can change it if it needs to be then,
Yes,
too.
you can.
Okay, and that way it'll last a lifetime?
Have your machine serviced by a qualified technician once a year, once every 18 months.
Thank you. You know, we're out of time. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I'm so glad you could come by.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
I am amazed. I'm just overwhelmed. Houses don't come like this, Linda. You've got to have done this. So
Thank
tell
you.
me, how did this happen?
Well, I spent the last 17 years in the prop business.
Okay.
I founded a company called Propabilities here in Edmonton, and basically what we did is we built giant props and put them into shopping centers. So I took a little bit of that knowledge and brought it home.
How wonderful, because I can see that there's some of that sort of feeling. I mean,
A little bit of drama, maybe.
Like this, for instance.
Yeah.
I love the way you've done this up the staircase, because those walls are so high and it's difficult.
I know, it kind of brings
Yeah.
everything down to eye level, which is what I was trying to do.
Sure.
So basically what I did is I hung the picture like an ordinary picture with
Okay.
the light over it.
Okay.
And then I just embellished it with the rope.
Okay.
And at the very top, you can see I added a tassel. I'm kind of a tassel freak, and I've been collecting them for quite a while.
What a
So
nice-
I like to stick them just about everywhere.
Okay, and that was just regular rope.
It
And you
was.
just sprayed it, and now it's...
It was, I actually dyed it. I
Dyed
used
it?
a dye because it
Okay.
was a natural fiber.
Okay,
So,
sure.
yeah, and away I
I
went.
bet you've got tassels.
Yeah, I might have one or two
I want to see
more.
more. I want to see more.
Absolutely.
Come with me. Oh, wow. This is an amazing room.
Thank you.
And I see right away
A few more tassels, yes.
What
This
is
is actually a drapery tie back. that I've just anchored on this pillow because this is a leather couch and things slip and slide quite a bit.
True enough.
This holds it
And
in
I
place.
also think because there's an awful lot of black here,
I know.
it kind of disguises that.
breaks
and
it up a bit,
makes
doesn't
it
it?
functional. And you made the cushions, I suppose.
I did. My mother
Oh.
did all the needlepoint for me, and yeah, we inserted it
What
into
a great
cushions.
way to
and
use that. And, oh,
she also did a
lovely.
little work on this chair too. Did all the
Yes.
needlepoint on there.
Lovely.
And
So tell me about this wall. The walls this didn't come with the house.
no, it didn't actually. I built the arches and did some lighting into it, and then I just kind of faced each arch with a piece of concrete. Now I made a mold.
Real concrete?
It is real concrete, but it's mixed with a lot of vermiculite in it, so it's really lightweight.
Okay.
These are stuck on here with a little bit of glue gun and silicone. That's
Okay.
it, honestly.
Okay. So you had to build the wall out to get that whole effect.
We did. And then what I did is just added the detailing in front of it. I've got some corbels on the top of each archway
And
as
you made
well.
a mold for those? Or how
I
did?
did.
You are a clever woman. This
Thank
is
you.
great.
Well, it's all those years in the prop business,
Yes, I can
right? It
see
just
that. I
kinda
can see that. And then you've got these
helped
little
out. The
cubby holes
niches,
here.
yeah, the niches are like the same shape, which kind of inspired the arches in the living room.
Okay.
This was first.
Okay.
It was,
And
yes.
then I see these wonderful chairs.
And maybe some more tassels, too.
Yes, I like this. This is just a harnessy kind of a thing.
Yeah,
made
pretty
again.
much. Actually, you know, Linda, one of the reasons I made the slip covers was because these chairs were kind of black and big and ugly like the couch.
Perfect. So you've changed them completely, I bet.
I did. So the slip covers came. I did a little bit of embellishing on the front of them, but once the chairs are pushed in at the table, the back is boring.
Right.
So more tassels.
Perfect place. Can I just see how boring
Please
this was? Can
do.
I pull this off? Let's just see. Oh, wow, what a change.
It is,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes.
Yeah. Not quite as fitting with the room in that style.
Yeah, this goes with your...
And
your
same
theme.
with the table. It was just a big black granite table.
Okay.
So once again,
The tablecloth is
did a
perfect.
tablecloth.
So,
And
yes.
it's just a velvet patchwork.
Yeah.
And all I did was a little bit of beading in the ditches just to give it a little bit of glitz to it, a little
Sure.
bling.
And a little bit of fringe around
And
the
some
edges.
fringe.
Just perfect for this because the fringe matches. I mean, the attention to detail that you have is just phenomenal.
Thank
Matches
you.
all the curtains or the drapes.
The drapes, yeah. And they're just actually sections, Linda. They're
They're
kind
not-
of phony, proppy looking,
yeah,
actually.
I mean, they are. I can just see one piece that's been
Exactly. It's
brought
not
in.
like you can ever draw them.
No.
But it really kind of warms up the room a little
Sure
bit.
does.
And once again, I got the tassels top and bottom
Sure.
and tiebacks and fringes.
And what about this stuff at the bottom? That
Oh.
looks like it's...
This is an old house, Linda, and
Okay.
it gets really drafty in the wintertime.
Okay.
So instead of spending $1 gazillion on new doors,
Mm-hmm.
I made these little pillows, filled them with sand, stuck them on the bottom, and I like to call them my European draft dodgers.
Well, they fit in so beautifully.
Well,
I
thank
mean, they look like they
you.
belong. They look like they came with the house, for sure. And speaking of beautiful, this did not come with the house.
It didn't actually. It was the same cream brick as the exterior of the house.
Hey, this sort of feels kind of styrofoamy. Isn't it
It is
really?
kind of styrofoamy,
Okay.
absolutely. Yes, I did the styrofoam columns on either side and basically just drywalled over the brick.
Okay.
I just glued it onto
So
the
it's
brick.
there.
I stapled chicken wire on the drywall and I just slapped up some stucco. And it kind of gives it like a medieval castle,
Oh, yes.
stony.
Oh, yes,
And if you
absolutely.
take a look, Linda, it's really quite dark around the opening of the fireplace. That's not from soot from 100 years of use. That's called India ink,
Oh,
watered
really?
down and just slapped on. So it looks old, and it's keeping
Yes,
in with
but
the
it looks
theme
like
of the rest
somebody
of the
didn't open
room.
yeah, for sure. Fantastic. I get the feeling that whatever you can dream up, you can make, and I like that
Absolutely, you
freedom that
can.
you've got. Yes.
It's very, very simple.
And you say it doesn't have to be perfect, and
No,
using
the-
this theme, it works. And it works
the
good.
older and crumblier, the better,
I
in
love
my
it.
opinion.
I love it, and there's more.
There is.
Okay,
Come
let's-
to my little studio over here.
So here we are in this great kitchen, and you're going to show me how to do one of these.
I will.
All right, let's go.
Linda, you remember all the little trim and fringe I had happening in the living room and dining room?
Yeah.
Well, I save every little tiny piece I can possibly get my little hands on, and I use them to make these tassels.
Wonderful.
Pieces as short as 4 inches will wrap around the diameter of a tassel, no problem.
You're a woman after my own heart. Don't throw away anything. Okay.
So the first thing that you do is you start with a ball or a very large bead. Now these are wood, but I mean you can find a hard plastic, you can find anything like that.
Do they have to have a hole in them?
A hole is preferable, yes, because you're going to wrap wool around this, and you're going to do that by going down the center.
Okay.
The trick is to get a hole big enough that you can fill the inside as you're doing the outside.
Okay. And
So-
I can imagine that the way you are, if the hole's not big enough, we can drill it.
Absolutely.
Sure. Okay.
Grab the drill
Okay.
or a drill press, which is even easier.
Okay.
And the next thing that you do is just thread your wool around each ball and go down the hole. And just keep doing that over and over and over again. Now here's a nice little tip. You might want to paint it the same color as your wool,
Okay, 'cause then you
so
don't have
that
to
if
be so
you
perfect.
exactly if you miss a spot, it's not going to be that obvious.
Sure. Okay, so then you've got one.
Yeah, we've got one that looks exactly like this, and as you can see, the hole's pretty filled up.
Yes, yes.
Next step, little piece of corrugated cardboard or foam core or anything like that, and lay a piece of wool that you're going to be making your tassel out of across the top.
Right.
And then all you do is wrap. Wrap, wrap, wrap.
And so that could be any kind of yarn, anything
Absolutely.
you want. Okay. Yeah.
Anything you've got laying around.
Sure. Okay.
You want to tie this really, really tight, and then you're going to fold your card and you're going to pull the tassel off.
Okay.
So basically, what you have is something that looks like that.
Okay.
Next step is you're going to cinch it up here to hold it in place, and you're going to cut all your loops off the bottom.
Okay. And we have basically a tassel.
Yes, you have something that looks like that.
Okay.
Which is lovely.
Yeah,
But-
but there's more. I bet there's more.
There is. First of all, a little trick that I like to use is find the middle of this
Okay.
and buy yourself one of these cute little tiny flower pots.
That's okay.
Now they have a hole in the bottom,
Perfect.
right? So if you attach a bead on the inside, you can attach a string to it.
Okay.
And then what you do is you put this around your tassel.
Okay.
So what it does is it makes your tassel look really, really nice and full.
Okay, like this.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
we've got to this stage.
We're at that stage now, and the next stage is pull this right through
So
your
that's hanging
bead
on the bottom.
so it's hanging on the bottom.
Okay.
That's the stage you're at then. And then comes the fun part, the part
Okay,
that we
then-
all love to
Then
do.
we put stuff.
We do. We put all kinds of stuff on. Now, you can glue it with a glue gun,
Sure.
or if you're a purist, you can use just a needle and thread to attach everything.
there's no string on this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you just keep going and going until you think it's fancy enough
And
for
then this
your
is just
tassel.
glued in there as well?
It is. It's glued together and then
this
stuck
is-
in the hole.
Okay, I'm on my way to make tassels. Thank you so
Awesome.
much
Thank
for
you.
showing me everything. Wonderful.
It's
You
my
know,
pleasure.
Thank you. And we've got to go. It's all done for the day, so make sure you watch us next time on Linda MacPhee's Workshop.
To receive the companion book for this series with all of the project details, send 1998 to the address on your screen or call 1-888-MacPhee or visit us on the web at www.macpheeworkshop.com. Sponsored in part by Janome, quality sewing machines since 1921. And by Rowenta, the garment care experts, meeting the needs of the sewing enthusiast for over 100 years with high-performance irons, steamers, steam generators, and ironing boards. And Wonderfill Specialty Threads. Thread for the way you sew. And by the Woolen Mill Store, your source for quality fabrics and more, featuring the largest selection of wool and wool blend, yardage from Pendleton Woolen Mills. And by Horn of America, experience quality, innovative ideas, and customer service. And Creative Festival, bursting at the seams with hundreds of industry experts, conference classes, exhibits, and more. Experience creativity in the making.